Hello, Jaminals. I'm going to give you guys the rundown. I made it as streamlined as possible. Okay, so we're doing laptop, interface, Focusrite, just a left and right out. That's all we need. And then USB-C cable. We'll plug that in for now. Cool. Pretty simple. All right, next step. We're going to take this headphone mixer. So we have the mixer, and it takes power. So guess what? Already labeled. Mixers. Oh, it is labeled. Okay, of course. Hell yeah. Boom. Gonna plug it in to power. Yoink. Okay. Plugged in. On. I know it's yellow. That's kind of concerning, but that's just what it does. It's not like it changes any color. It's always yellow. But that's how you know it's on. And then just side note, there's a mono / stereo. So it's on mono right now. Mono is like out. Stereo is like pushed in. Leave it on mono. That way you get it in both ears. Okay. And then we have this little 1/4 inch. Now, the way I did it is the left channel from the interface goes to the in-ear mixer. So we go left channel, and then there's the input right there. Put it in the input. Cool. And then you have 4 outs, and you'll connect all your sleeves. Doesn't matter whose is whose. You guys can decide. And then here's all the volumes. Volume. I'll leave them here because that'll probably be a good volume. And then this is like the master input volume. Halfway should be perfectly good, and then you guys can adjust from here. Yeah, so plug your sleeves in. You don't even need an 1/8 inch connector. Literally, the sleeve can go in, or a 1/4 inch. The sleeve can go into this 1/8 inch connector. You don't need a 1/4 inch connector. And then, I don't have my sleeve with me because you guys know, but in ear, boom, your boy is good to go. Okay. And one last step, and then we're good to open the laptop. So this is the last step. Tracks. It even says it. TRAX. Tracks. This goes from the right channel of the Focusrite into the house system. So you give this to the sound guy, and they'll probably use a DI box. That's what they've normally been doing. For now, and for when you guys rehearse on Wednesday, into the PA. Boom. And just be aware, I have everything pretty loud so that the sound guy doesn't have to ask me to turn anything up. So when you guys rehearse on Wednesday, make sure that the PA isn't loud at all by any means, because if it is, you'll blow that shit. So just keep the PA quiet and then slowly creep up on the knob, because sometimes, like, what I noticed is like the knob was just a little on, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm not getting anything. And then I turned it up some more. I'm like, oh, I am. So just keep that in mind. Cool. So it's plugged into the PA. It's going out the right channel of the Focusrite. Right, left. Okay, yeah. So quick summary. We have laptop plugged into the Focusrite via USB-C cable. And then we have headphone splitter. Needs power, plugged it in. And then from the Focusrite, left channel goes into headphone splitter with this small cable. And then right channel, the Trax 1/4-inch cable, goes to the house. Normally a DI box. Okay. We're ready to turn on. Open the laptop. Use Ryan's Touch ID. And then I'll move that out of the way. If we're using Joshy's laptop, hopefully, you know, we can get it on his whatever. But if we have to use mine, it'll be literally directly in the middle. Select it. Open the session. Audio is disabled, whatever, hit OK. Oh, didn't mean to sniffle so hard. Okay. So now the session is open. So, first things first, Command, comma, change the input and output device to Scarlett 2i2 USB, and we're connected. Now, as far as this is concerned, you see you have the whole entire session here. I tried to make it as streamlined as possible, so the pauses are hopefully a good amount. The only pauses that like for real stop would be after Get You, after I Am Why, because Joshy has the keys thing, and Pink and White. I have a marker here. Oh wait, no, Pink and White, I literally have like drums recorded. Okay, so that actually you should be able to play through. Let me backtrack a bit. Okay, so tab, go to this screen. So what we're doing is we have the click going to the left channel, the cues going to the left channel. And if you guys are in rehearsal and you're like, damn, the click's way too quiet or way too loud or something, just adjust this knob there. Same with cues. And then we have, oh, that's really hard to see. Okay, I don't know if you can really see it, but we have tracks left. So that's going to our in-ears, and as you can see, these are all panned left. And then we have tracks right, and that's going to the house. And as you can see, that's panned right. Pretty easy. So we're not having vocals through our ears because the main problem, like why I wanted to have vocals run through our ears, is because like half the time I don't get a monitor and then I can't hear the vocals, and the vocals low-key like tells me more about like the energy of the song than anything else and all that. So that's why I like having the vocals. But since you guys don't have drums, you should be able to hear your vocals just fine in the monitors. You know, just make sure, yeah, to get that locked in. So yeah, that's why we have nothing running, like no vocals running in here, no like channels you need to have like enabled or anything. So to start the session, hit play, and then, well, let's see. See if you can hear my in-ears.
1, 2, 3, 4. Intro 2, 3,
4. I just turned the speaker up, and then you can hear in the speaker, it's just background vocals, drums right now. Cool. And then it's just grooving, you know, song ends.
Ending 2, 3, 4.
And then there's time, Michelle talks, blah, blah, blah. It might be too long, might be too short. So if you're feeling like, oh shit, I need to pause it, just hit the space bar. and then click on the next marker. And that's kind of the tricky part. Sometimes I click on the marker and it moves. If it moves, just Control Z and it'll move back. And then click on it again. Sometimes shit just happens and it doesn't make sense. So just like, I don't know. If you fuck up the marker, just take a breath. Okay. Get you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Intro 2, 3, 4.
And then, I don't know if you can hear the monitor, but it's in there. And so Get You, I played it all the way through. You guys are going to have to make sure I played the right form, because you're going to have to check to make sure the form's right. Hopefully it is, because I don't know what would happen if it's not. Okay, Get You, cool. End it. IMY, same shit. RCG, so Joshy plays the keys part, interlude, and then there's this little, actually I'm going to just cut that out. You guys don't even need to know about that. Okay, and then RCG, hit the beginning. It's going.
4. Intro 2, 3, 4.
Boom. And then the end of RCG swells right into trance. So that's the ending of it. Kind of shimmers out, and then it starts to swell as it's already counting off. Cool. Trance ends. There's a little space to talk. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully not too little. Debit. Debit goes hard. Ready? Ready? Ba-da-da-da. Yeah. And then pink and white, there's no click, but I still do 6 counts on the hi-hats and then in. And I play the progression 4 times. And then the ending of it kind of like slows down. Last chord and last chord. And then get ready. Comfortable's coming up. Clicks 2, 3, 4. Intro 2, 3, go. Yeah, Joshy type shit. And then Love You So. That's, same intro with the drums thing going on there. And then hits. Ready? And then get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Intro 2. Ready. Go. Just pretend there's shit there. Cheers. Yeah, we've been kind of extending the ending, which I didn't do in this. So Michelle, just like right after Jesse's solo, just remember we're gonna go right into the chorus. I tried to not, I don't know, because I think part of it is I do a lot of random shit and then we get really hype and then it's like, whoa. So I don't know. Chorus. Yeah, you'll be able to hear that. Your Way, still the drum intro. All 4 bars. You can just pretend I exist for a second. That's pretty self-explanatory. Ending still. Okay. And I tried my best at mixing the drums. I hope it sounds good. Um, if the sound guys like, if it sounds way too bassy or not bassy enough, you could just tell the sound person like, hey, could you like add some low end on the tracks for the kick drum? Or like, can you take some away on the tracks because the kick drum's too intense? I like my speakers are small, so I tried to mix the best I can, but you know, not totally sure. Okay, that's the entire thing. Uh, tell me your favorite pizza topping if you watched the whole thing. All right, peace out. Uh, go get 'em, Tigers. Mwah.